These are some troubling times that we're in right now. We are in the middle of a pandemic, as I'm sure you're aware. Covid-19, otherwise known as the coronavirus, has affected hundreds of thousands of people all over the world, making them sick, possibly losing their jobs, and overall just making everyone fearful. Many states across the country, across the United States, have essentially shut down and issued mandatory quarantines, including California, New York, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. And a few of the counties here in North Carolina have either threatened it or they've announced that it's going to happen soon. Charlotte, they just announced it, I think the other day, that they're going to issue a mandatory quarantine there. Here in Greensboro, we're about 2 hours from there. Here in Greensboro, North Carolina, they have not issued a mandatory quarantine yet. However, I have been doing my best to kind of prepare for this. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how, as an artist, you can prepare for a mandatory quarantine in case it becomes a national thing. If they decide to shut down the entire country and force you to stay home, you need to know what kind of materials you're going to need. You're going to need to make a list of all of the things that you need, and hopefully this video can help you kind of decide what you're going to need physically. And also I'm going to talk about how you should prepare for this mentally, as this can really take a toll on your mind and probably affect your creativity as well. Also, in this video, I'm going to give you a little tour of my quarantine studio, I guess you could call it. And I'm going to talk to you about how I've prepared personally for having all the supplies that I need and how I'm preparing mentally as well. Wake up, my beautiful artists! I'm back with a new channel name and a new vision, Art Awakening. So let's get started and talk about all the different things that I have here in my studio. And in the meantime, I'll discuss the different kind of materials that you should think about bringing home in case of a mandatory quarantine. So definitely the number one most important thing that you're going to need at an at-home studio is lighting. You need very good lighting. I use a softbox lighting kit at home. It's super helpful. Also be sure to have sketchbooks. I have sketchbooks in all different shapes and sizes for all different mediums. Be sure to always have one by your side just in case you have any ideas or you want to sketch a little something for something that you want to do in the future. Also have a good table, a bench, an easel. Here's my easel and my little stool here. In the back over there you can see that I have scaffolding that I'm using kind of as a bench or a table. A workspace. Thankfully it has wheels on it so it's easy to wheel around. Also rags and towels, of course. I didn't need to picture those. Also, if you have them, gloves and masks. I know they're super hard to find right now during the pandemic, but if they're available, be sure to get some of those. I've had this mask for spray painting for about a year now. It is wonderful. I absolutely love it. But other masks are necessary, you know, if you're using oil paint and paint thinner and things like that. So next I need you to essentially make a list of all the mediums that you use. I use so many different mediums, so bear with me here. Different painting mediums I use, acrylic, oil. I use also spray painting. Pictured here, you know, you see some oil paint and their mediums. Spray paint of all different kinds and caps, of course. Drawing materials, make sure you have a drawing board. Drawing pads, large drawing pads, small drawing pads, you know, the sketchbooks again, of course. Make sure you have pencils. I made sure I had pastels, Sharpie pens, Sharpies, markers, you know, all of those wonderful drawing materials that you believe you're going to need. I also have a protractor there that is super helpful, and a self-healing cutting mat as well. And also, of course, chalk that I'm using right here. So some more things that you should keep in mind. Painter's tape. Make sure to have painter's tape in many different sizes. Also, gesso to help prime your canvases, rubbing alcohol for various uses I'll explain later, and paint thinner. And here on my workbench, a bunch of different things here. I have a tabletop easel where I have a painting in progress right here that I'll move. The tabletop easel is super awesome. I love it. It's good to have an extra one on hand. Shop paper towels, those blue paper towels there are super heavy duty. I like the Glad Press and Seal for my painting palettes. It helps keep my oil paint fresh for much longer than any other plastic wrap would. Also, of course, be sure to have brushes for painting in all mediums. And I'm picturing here my favorite acrylic paints that I like to use for my colorful portraits, the Lucas paints. They're wonderful. So as an artist, it can be quite challenging trying to prepare for something like this mentally. Physically, we might have everything we need. I have everything I could possibly think of in this studio right now. But I also need to focus on keeping my mind at ease. As I say in all of my videos, a calm mind is a creative mind. And the best way to stay creative and within yourself is to just keep a calm mind as much as possible. I wake up every morning and I do yoga and I meditate. I try to keep a schedule. I make sure to shower every morning. I also, put on clothes every day. Even if they're painting clothes and they're covered in paint, I will still put on something that's not my pajamas. I can understand that, staying in your pajamas or your yoga pants or whatever might be comfortable, but sometimes that keeps me a little bit too comfortable, and then I might just feel a little bit lethargic and not actually want to do anything with my time. When I actually feel ready to go to my studio, that's when I'm in my painting clothes, that's when I've had my coffee, that's after I've done my yoga and my meditation, and I feel super calm and ready. Get off of your phone, stop looking at all of that negative news, find a friend of yours who can keep you kind of in the loop with the most important things going on in your area. My friend Taylor, thank you Taylor, is going to be helping to keep me in the loop so that I don't need to be on my phone constantly checking for updates of COVID-19 or the coronavirus. So I'm very thankful for her and for other people that, message me throughout the day and kind of keep me in touch with the rest of the world. But isolation is a good thing for artists. You can actually discover so much more about yourself as an artist in this time. So use this time, whether it be 2, 3, 4 weeks, use this time to learn what you love to do, experiment with different mediums, watch some of my tutorials. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click the like button for me. And don't forget to click subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And that little notification bell will also kind of give you a little update whenever I post another video. I will be posting many more videos now. I'm saddened about this crisis, but it is going to give me a lot more time to make more videos for you and give you more videos to watch in this time and give you more ideas for new projects as an artist and advice and everything else that I can possibly give to you. I am ready for it. If you have any questions, please post those in the comments below. If you have any pictures of your at-home studio, I'd love to see those, and I will be sure to respond to you as soon as I can. Now remember, stay peaceful, as a calm mind is a creative mind. Now go get inspired, be an influence, and make something beautiful today. Peace.